Algebra 1, expanding expressions. When expanding expressions, you are basically clearing brackets by multiplying coefficients and adding powers. Whatever is outside the bracket must interact with all the terms inside the brackets. Interaction means multiply. To do this, multiply the coefficient numbers. Remember, a negative multiplied to a positive always equals a negative. A negative multiplied to a negative equals a positive. You add the powers of the identical letters of separate terms. So here you have an example, 4x squared y raised to the 4 times, or open bracket, x plus 3y squared, close bracket. So let's say you have 4 x raised to the power of 2 times y raised to the power of 4. And this is outside a pair of brackets. Inside of the brackets, that's what you've got. So you have 4x squared y raised to the 4. Here we have it. And inside of the bracket, we've got x plus 3y raised to the power of 2. Now, to expand this bracket, we have to multiply. We have to multiply 4xy to the 4 to each term in the bracket. There are 2 terms in the bracket. You've got x and you've got 3y squared. So we have to multiply 4x squared twice. We have to multiply 4x squared to x. We have to multiply 4x squared to x. We can even create a little space. And we have to multiply 4x squared to 3y squared. So as you can clearly see, 4x squared y to the 4 was multiplied to both x and 3y squared. Okay. Now, we need to simplify this, and we are going to apply what was said earlier on. You have to add the powers of the letters that are the same, and you have to multiply coefficients. Coefficients are the numbers that are in front of the letters. So 4 is a coefficient, 3 is a coefficient. So you multiply the coefficients, but then you add the powers of the same letters. So in this here, multiply 4 by 1 because there's an invisible 1 in front of the x. So 4 ones are 4. But there's x. This is x raised to the power of 1. So x raised to the power of 1 times x raised to the power of 2, or x raised to the power of 2 times x raised to the power of 1. This will become x raised to the power of what? Can somebody please tell me? So correctly said, as a student said, we have to add 2 and 1 to get 3. So this is 4x raised to the 3. Since y, there's no y attached to x, so this remains as y to the 4. Here now, what do we have? This is a plus, so that is plus 3. 4 times 3 plus 4 times plus 3 will give us a plus 12. X squared remains x squared. But y to the 4 times y to the 2, this will become y to the 4 plus 2, which will give us 6. So this is the simplification of this expression, and this is what is explained here, as you can see. 4x cubed y to the 4 plus 12x squared. So in a nutshell, plus 12x squared y to the 6. So in a nutshell, add the powers of the same letters and multiply the coefficients. The coefficients are the numbers in front of the letter. Remember this term. Here it is. Multiply the coefficient numbers, the numbers that are in front of the letters. You can multiply them. 4 3 is 12. But you have to add the exponents. You have to add the powers of the same letters. Multiplying to expand brackets.